All right. This should be a good game, too. All right.
Elio did fabulous. It's real fun working with him.
3, 2, 1. We're good here. Welcome to what is a interesting international rivalry, Canada and Britain. And with me, this is Rob Rowan. I have Marco DeBaltro, visiting from South Florida at the moment, up in Alabama with us.
Pleasure to be here, man.
And here comes Canada with the ball, and that is Mike Whitehead. And whoa, what a collision there, but he holds on to the ball and scores.
Jason Roberts, we're going to see a lot of him, class 1-5. Big man, loves to hit, lots of energy.
That's a big 1-5.
Yes.
No, you don't
he's got
see
some
that.
speed, and he's got some, his desire is probably he's got the most desire out there of any player.
Well, there was
crazy intense.
There was some question whether Ross was going to be able to join us. Ross Morrison was going to be joining us playing in this game. He had an injury, and I'm not sure what it was, but I'm glad to see that whatever it is, it's not stopped him to help. But let's go over this lineup here. Britain with the ball, Ross Morrison. Morrison, number 6 is 2.5. Number 7, their captain, Troy Collins, also 2.5. And as we were saying earlier, we have also number 8 over there.
Number 8 is Collins.
Collins, yeah. I'm sorry.
So they're running 2-5, 2-5, 1-5, and 2. And a 1-5, actually. 2-5, 2-5, 1-5,
look at this pass to Whitehead. Whitehead's a good player. So I have to get myself back into knowing this. It's nice to see Say out there again. He's such a dynamo out there. He's so fast.
Lots of elusiveness also. Oh, good, very good pivot.
All right, here we go. Score is 2-1, and Canada and Britain. Britain coached by Joe Soros, who we just saw a little while ago, and Benoit Labrec.
Right.
Is the Canadian coach.
No, Joe was with Team Canada from 2001 to 2004. Benoit studied under Joe, and he owes a lot of his knowledge of the game to Joe.
That makes it interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Adds a little
good
bit
rivalry. Yeah, a little spice to the game.
So you've been really helping us out at Knock and Roll, and here you are doing a few games with us here. It's so nice to have you join us. Nice
always my pleasure to spread the gospel of rugby.
It's gospel. Wish your team was here.
Well, at this level, it'd be tough for us, but it'd be a good competition. But with all these international teams and the very strong U.S. club teams, in the finals is going to be a U.S. club team versus another U.S. club team.
Well, some of the men that we're seeing that are playing for Canada played for the Rattlers in your tournament, so you know these guys pretty well. And you faced Britain before, so you know them pretty well.
Yeah. Well, Britain right now is missing one of their top players who's on the other team. Alan Ash, who's usually the top lineup for GB, is Ross Morrison, Troy Collins, Alan Ash, and Jonathan Cogan.
And Cogan's also playing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And look at nice move there.
But the goal for GB here was to split up the team, split up the teams, and make sure that everybody gets a chance to push.
There's a couple of numbers wrong on that one. I think we have it correct on another one, but
Jason's number 12.
let's get that straight. So who's number 8 here? Let's see.
Mike Whitehead. Big Mike. He played at the Knock and Roll.
That's right. I know Mike's not even...
At the Knock and Roll, he played for the Hover-Round Gunners.
That's right.
There's a rejection by Whitehead.
Oh, yeah. Under a lot of pressure here. Bulldogs recovered the ball. Howard's trying to find himself a hole. Nice reach there, but Morrison scores. I'll tell you what, after just calling that lecture game, I'm a little bit like, I have to get my energy back there. We have an injury here. Ross Morrison.
Could have been a metal shard or something like that.
Right.
Popping through the glove.
Number 2, Say on their team, Morrison. Say we have who's number 12 12 for Canada.
Jason Crone.
That's Crone.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. We got Jason Crone,
Yeah,
Whitehead,
young kid.
Whitehead, and number 15, Patrice Samar.
Yeah, Canada running with the 3-2, 1.5, 1.5.
Oh, look at that. Nice, nice. Jason with a slight move there and got himself the score.
Jason on Jason. That was Jason Roberts and Jason Crone for Canada. Roberts tried to give him a little bit of business there.
The Bulldogs, let's see if the Bulldogs have some keys, because they're knowing a little bit about, each of them knows a little bit about each other's team. Having coach experience.
Yes.
Oh, look at that, pushed him out. There's a turnover on the Bulldogs.
That might be one of the weaknesses for Jason Roberts. Sometimes he gets himself into trouble,
Yes.
as he did right there. So we're going to see a lot of key defense here in this
Let's
game.
say with a good pass to, oh boy, Mike took that ball out of midair. That was a swipe. That was a swipe.
I was mentioning with Elio yesterday, the 40-second score clock is very good because it helps keep the game going and prevents teams from playing keep away. But I think that to help out the game and to make it a little bit even faster, they should think about getting the 12-second rule to cross half court instead of 15. That way, that would force teams to press a little bit.
Now, talking about there, you have international teams here playing, and in international play, there's no clock.
Nope.
As far as the 40-second clock. They just have to get over within 15 and the key and bounce and dribble the ball.
Yeah.
But there's a nice score by the Bulldogs.
Because in theory, you could play keep away for 8 minutes.
So, would you think it would be a good thing for international play to make that change? It is.
It's coming.
But not going to be by this Paralympics.
No, it's going to be after Paralympics, I think. We're going to have our AGM, our IWF AGM in June. And I'm sure that's going to be a proposal. In the past, the Europeans have been a little bit tentative about getting on board with that. But at their last European Championships, we had a lot of games that were like 19-17, and teams just playing keep away.
Yes. And you know what? There's 2 points to that. First off, it's not as exciting a game.
Absolutely not.
I mean, and you know what? You want to build the audience participation, you have to make it exciting. This is exciting right here. Look at the hits that are happening out here. Ross Morrison in traffic
when
with
teams
lots of
press
hits.
like that, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, crosses it over, dribbles in time. And here comes, oh boy. A couple Canadians ran into each other too.
There's something in the flat.
Yes.
Flat number 1 in this game.
Yes. I think we have an equipment problem here.
Patrice Simard with the collision with the other picking chair, Jason Crone, and
they were
resulting in flat number 1.
A flap of a flat. So did you end up watching some of that Lakeshore game? Was that about as exciting as you get?
And it was good to see New Zealand bounce back, because yesterday they had an off game against Texas, so it was nice to see them bounce back and play a really great game. And Lakeshore, like they did yesterday against Portland, they pulled it out at the end.
Well, I think that the key was the timeouts that they used early on in the game. They could have used that one more timeout.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that would have been kept the game even. Would have still come down to a possession. But I'll tell you what, they might have been able to close the door if they at least had it been a tie game.
Yeah.
This is Say's another 2006 world champion Canadian. Great player. Oh, look at that. Reaching in. Oh, on number 7. The Bulldogs. He's not happy with that. He's going to take his penalty on the other side, I think, to fix his chair. But you can see it wobbling a little bit.
Canada might have caught a break there. Patrice Simard seemed to be over the line before the foul occurred, but that's referee's discretion. And Joe's going to ask for some more information.
Okay. number 7, joining the penalty box. Jason Roberts. All right, here comes Canada with the ball. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, what do we have? Reaching in.
Turnover followed by a reach.
Oh, look at that. Reaching in on Canada. As we said before, Marco, a turnover and then a turnover.
Yeah.
And
especially, that was a power play for Canada. To lose the ball on a power play, that's pretty much unacceptable.
long pass. Lead nice to Collins. Collins is going to score. And now he has... Jason has to wait a full minute out, right? Or until they score.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're trying to use that clock up. Look at that. Nicely done. Collins was a good thing because you know, more time he used up, the quicker he gets his player in.
That's where you saw there, like, some bad play on Canada's part. They weren't able to get the inbound in. Then after that, Ceylon compounded everything by having a reaching foul instead of playing defense. Because it would have been very tough for GB to score 4-on-3 or 3-on-4.
Pass to Whitehead and an easy score. All right, there it is. And we're back to a 8-7 game. Canada taking the lead. So Marco, from here, you're staying in Florida for a while, and
thank God, because the weather's been a little cold here. Someday I'll be very happy to go back to Florida.
And then back up to Canada for
in late March.
Look at that, nice score by Morrison.
National team tryouts for Canada are the 23rd to the 26th of March.
So what is your job going to be with the Team Canada when it comes?
I do a little bit of everything, but mostly my job here is just to make sure that everything runs smoothly, the hotels are booked, the flights are done, and fix problems that arise.
Like a manager. They go up. Look at Say. Look at him moving. I have to think that Say has a lot of potential. This game is. Look at this. He's running out of time though. I don't know. They're going to have to use a timeout if they don't move fast. There it is. There's that timeout. With 1 minute and 32 seconds left in the first period, 8-8. Team Canada just used up one of their timeouts.
And again, in rugby, timeouts is not to discuss strategy or anything like that. It's mostly to avoid turnovers.
But we've seen some key chances
at the end of the game.
At the end where Kevin did some key talking, and it ended up looks like it made the difference between New Zealand. Look at that. Still some pressure.
It's going to be tough.
Somebody got to get free.
Nice
Mike Whitehead finally maneuvered his way.
1 second, right?
Yeah, down to the wire. I'll tell you what, British has got a good key defense. We've seen that before, but I'll tell you, they really play it well. And
well, they got two keys to their key defense on this lineup. They got 2 picking chairs. They also have Ross Morrison, who's a big guy. So it's hard to get the ball over top of him.
Yeah, he stands up tall in that chair. He's got a big body, long arms.
And Troy Collins is very good also as a chaser role. He's very elusive, got lots of maneuverability. So it's a tremendous key defense indeed.
That's why we have you color commentators. You have all the little insights of the game, and it really adds so much to what we're doing here. And as I'm learning the game, and which is a fun game to watch, I love the what I gain from you guys. You, particularly Marco, have been fantastic.
Awesome.
Troy with the ball, and there he goes across the line, and here comes Britain. And there's another key defense set up. Oh, look at that.
Jason Roberts, you got to be careful. He's a big boy.
All right.
Sends Patrice Simard for the 4th player in the key.
A rare mistake.
Yeah. We got Jenny Marshall and Mitch Carr reffing this game today. 2 up-and-coming USGR refs. Lots of potential on the international scene also. Very good refs.
Oh, there's an easy score.
GB's on the... No.
There's tied up again. Tie game. Canada with possession and the potential to get the lead with a minute 3.
Yeah, we
And
got
they're going to
equipment
probably going to want to come. What do you think they're going to at this point want to score in terms of the clock? Pretty quickly and hope to get another score out of it, or do you?
I'd press it a little bit and try to score as soon as you can. At least get 10, 12 seconds on the clock. Coaches yapping at each other a little bit. Lots of respect there, but a little bit of animosity also. But it's all good.
Yes, I guess Joe is hoping to continue coaching Canada, and to lose it to his assistant, probably a little bit of
A little bit. But I think we parted ways in good terms, relatively.
He knows the game. That's one thing you have to say about Joe.
We respect that.
He knows the game. I really had him here doing color, and look at Canada. Say with a little bit of, Mike needs to get up close to that goal line.
But it's hard. They're teeing up on him.
Teeing him
That's
up
the key.
They're not giving him anything.
No.
They're down to 14. No easy scores here. To Mike. Mike looking for a hole. To the low pointer. Well, scores. And that was Jason Crone.
Yeah.
And they left 29 seconds on the clock. And British has a chance here to tie it up if they can get there. They'd be pressuring in the back there.
And they'll have their jump ball to start the second.
Long pass.
And they're going to pressure him. That's Steve Palmer.
Yeah, Steve Palmer's in the game, and there he is for the score with 14 seconds left.
It was a quick goal, maybe a little bit too quick for GB.
Yep.
Lots of time for Canada. 13.7 left.
Mike Whitehead trying to get there. Oh, nicely done.
Yeah, Ross Morrison made him go back. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, the long pass to say. He's moving. 3 seconds. Pass. Oh, bad pass. We're not looking at that. Ends it. Tied 10 apiece.
Yeah, 10 apiece, and that wasn't Canada at its finest. No. They had lots of time on the clock, and they couldn't deliver.
Okay, well, anyway, we're going to take a break here for the beginning of the second period. It's Rob Rowe and Marco Di Pietro from Canada joining me. Be right back.